From the ABC 15 Live Desk, brand new details just coming in on that case we brought you at the top of our newscast. A Mesa police officer charged with second-degree murder for a shooting back in January. And this statement just coming in from his family. On behalf of her two young daughters, the victim, Lainey Sweet, wants everyone to know her husband, Daniel Shaver, was a wonderful and devoted husband and father. He was a kind, loving, and peaceful human being. His tragic and senseless murder has caused irreparable devastation to all their lives. Today's announcement of second-degree murder charges against Mesa police officer Brailsford is the first step towards justice for Daniel and his family. We commend Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery for his decision to bring these criminal charges, and we fully expect justice will be served. Let's check in with ABC 15's John Erickson, who joins us now live with even more on that. John?
Katie, the man who put out that statement is Marc Victor, the attorney for the victim's family in this, and we're joined by Marc right now. Marc, thanks for taking the time here. You've talked with Lainey Sweet, the widow. What is her reaction to learning that this officer will be prosecuted?
Well, she's obviously pleased that the county attorney, Bill Montgomery, has made a decision to charge this officer with second-degree murder. They're very serious charges. Our concern has been all along to make sure that the officer is treated the same as anybody else would be treated in this situation. If it's an unjustified shooting, which we believe it is, then it ought to be treated as such in the criminal system.
What we've learned just today is that Daniel was crawling toward the officers as they told him to do, and then he reached for something in his waist when he was shot. He was unarmed. Have you been hearing what all that might have been, what he might have been reaching for?
Well, I don't want to comment on the facts other than my understanding is that this is an unjustified shooting, and I know that's what the county attorney determined. They looked at it very, very carefully. I've been communicating with them, and I feel that they have given it a very fair and unbiased look at the evidence, and they concluded it's not a good shooting. I haven't seen the video yet. I will see the video at some point very soon, and we'll make our own determinations on that. But I know Bill pretty well, and I know him to look very carefully at these situations, and I believe his judgment will turn out to be the correct judgment in this case.
This officer, Philip Brailsford, now a second-degree murder suspect. Authorities did not go out and arrest him today. He's not being booked into jail tonight. He's just been given a summons, basically a letter asking him to show up to court. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I can't argue with the fact that he's been around, he's been aware that this case has been investigated. I'm sure it doesn't come as a surprise to him. He knows what he did, and so he'll have an initial appearance like everybody else. I'll be there. I have a dual role in this case. I represent the family as part of the civil case that we've filed a notice of claim on already, but in addition to that, as a victim's rights attorney in the criminal case. So I'll be there for the initial appearance, and you can bet I'll be arguing for at least a high bond and possibly no bond.
Okay, Marc Victor representing the widow in this case. Marc, thanks very much for your time. Katie, we're going to send it back to you now.
John, thank you. There's a lot of information as well on our ABC 15 website. There's an excellent timeline that brings you up to speed on everything that's happened up till today's developments as well. John, thank you. We'll have even more straight ahead.